Hi everybody, and welcome to your reading. So today's reading is going to be about a song that I channeled, and it's by Ace of Base, and it's called I Saw the Sign, I think, or The Sign. It's called The Sign. So anyway, before I get into all that, I want to be the first to tell you that you're so beautiful and you're so needed in this world, and thank you for being here with me. Thank you for spending your time and your energy and hanging out with me. I value you, and the divine values you. Thank you so much for being here. So I feel there's going to be a lot of signs coming your way, either dreams, in nature, stuff that might pop up in your feed and your phone, possibly to indicate which path to go, or possibly to indicate maybe to take a closer look at something in your life, whatever the divine wants to lead you to. And the reason I believe, because the decks that I was guided to use, there's a lot here about signs here in nature with this ancestor deck, like if ancestors are trying to connect with you. I'm using a new deck that I've never used on here before. It's a dream tarot deck, so literally you might get some signs in your dreams, and the Osho Zen and some angel cards. So before we get into your reading, I just want to, basically just ask for a quick blessing, say a quick prayer for all of us here, and then we'll get into your reading. Dear God, the highest power, the creator of this earth, please look over all who watch this video. Please guide us all into your divine light and your path, your highest good for all of us here. And please watch over this reading. Don't allow any negativity to enter this reading. Only allow the truth. And please bless us all. Help us on our journey here. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. So I was guided here to start out with The Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed. And we are just going to get into it and see what wants to come out here. I definitely believe you're going to be guided. Definitely over this, I want to say intuitively over this next year. I want to say over the next year. I mean, I know I've been saying 6 months, but I feel like over this next year, all of us here are going to be looking for guidance. I believe there's just going to be a lot of things changing, things that we don't have control over, and I think some things we will, but I think we're going to be, if we pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities, I think we're going to have guidance, okay? We're going to be protected and fine. Literally, that was very quick. Let me put this deck somewhere. Whew, One Ring Circus. One man band here, but it's card 15 and it is in the reverse, so I'll hold it in the upright so you can see it in the upright. You don't have to look at an upside down picture here, but it says reverse. If you think the sun won't rise without you, then it's time to change. Perhaps you believe no one will be there to help you, or you expect that you have to do all the work, emotional or otherwise. This is a fear-based ideal and only serves to alienate you from others by taking away their right to participate. Receiving the One Ring Circus card may indicate the misuse of power. Give it up, let go, the need of control, and how the wind blows. Let others play their part. You don't need to be invincible, have all the answers, or be the savior. Things will get done if you step out of your own way. Yet another meaning for this card suggests that someone else may be trying to control you. This needs to be addressed. Don't be afraid to set a boundary. This is a wonderful step to independence. Consider the example of two trees planted side by side, sharing the sunlight equally, neither overshadowing the other. So that's why I think it's going to be important to pay attention to the signs. Literally, some of these signs might be telling you, take a closer look at your life. Is there anything preventing you from your path? That could be controlling your path, right? Also, just sort of, if you feel, compelled to be in every part of your life, every detail. It might be saying, look, just kind of step back. It's all going to work out. Maybe you're over worrying or overthinking, okay? But for the most part, you're going to get signs. You're going to get signs of what you need to do. I just know that because of the decks I was guided to use here. So I want to pull some of these ancestor cards, because I do feel a lot of grandmother energy, and I've been feeling that for the past couple of months for all of us. If we have like a mother, grandmother figure, strong grandma energy, honestly, I think has been watching over us and giving us a little extra, you know, just letting us know that, hey, you're not alone. You know, grandma is looking after you. So ancestors in general, this has a lot of, explore your creative side, clear your mind. I feel, you know, as an Aquarian, I know what it's like to overthink, and I know what it's like to over worry and over stuff. And sometimes my mind gets in my way, and maybe sometimes your mind might get in your way. But I definitely have had instances in my life where people have been in my way, and situations, or the wrong job or the wrong opportunity. So maybe some of you, something is in front of you like a blockage or an obstacle, and instead of trying to fight it, instead of trying to go through it, just go around it. Let it stand there. If it's a rock and wants to be a rock in your life, let that rock sit there and you just go around it. Why fight it? Let it be there. You don't have to sit there. You don't have to be stuck. So signs here. Show me signs for Aquarius. What can Aquarius, or whoever's watching this that, you know, have Aquarius in their chart? We got a couple of cards that come out here. On the bottom, teach and share. So I do believe that a lot of you are natural teachers and natural at sharing. Sort of paving the way for the generations to come behind you. I think a lot of you have a lot more knowledge that people need to know about than you even understand. It's very common for Aquarians to just retain and have this knowledge, right? We naturally like to know stuff, and we're curious, but maybe we don't realize how we have so much knowledge to share and to give to others, and we just sort of kind of hoard the knowledge, you know, thinking everyone else knows it too. But there's a lot here about, I'm just feeling like community and teaching. That's what I'm guided here, community and teaching. And maybe some of you, this is the sign. I have to look at the bottom here. There's that grandma energy, okay? When I see this, I see a teacher leaving an impression. This is a wise person. You know, there are some signs of the zodiac that are known for their wisdom. Aquarians are one of those zodiacs known for their wisdom. We all got our thing, right? We all have our gifts. I think everyone can have wisdom. And sometimes you just got to live life to have that wisdom. And a lot of times, you know, meeting and talking to an Aquarian, and myself included. I remember being a young Aquarian and meeting other Aquarians, and I'm like, my gosh, how do you know so much? Aries people are like that too, I've noticed. And Geminis, it's just so many people you don't realize have so much wisdom out here. But this is an Aquarian channel, so I believe it's talking to you about sharing your knowledge amongst others. Also connecting, stepping outside of, you know, whatever you might be comfortable with, stepping outside of your race, stepping outside of your culture, learning new things, embracing other cultures, embracing other people. You know, there's a great opportunity for us to just be as one. But some of you might be guided to literally travel, try something new. This says laugh and have fun, smile, positive energy and joyfulness, and then open to love, relationship, passion, fulfillment. So literally just expanding your horizons, whether it's in love, whether it's in, growing something, traveling somewhere, going somewhere, expanding your knowledge, learning and teaching what you learn. One consciousness here. This person here looks like they have some sort of, like they've been somewhere, right? They have some braids in their hair. They have some jewelry that looks pretty unique. Their clothing looks pretty unique. So I think it's, maybe it's talking about traveling or definitely embracing other cultures, learning more and expanding beyond your own culture, whatever that is, just learning something new about another culture. It helps us to have understanding for one another and gratitude. How we're all different, but we're all the same, right? We're people. We all have the same body parts. So we have things in common, but learning to embrace other things, other cultures, other ways of being that go beyond our own personal tradition. So I want to get into the tarot here for Aquarius. What is it Aquarius needs to see? What is it Aquarius needs to know here? Two more. And one more. All right. What's the basic issue? We have the Sorcerer. This is the devil. This is the devil. And on the bottom we have the Spirit of Swords. So this would be the Ace of Swords. But what's interesting, this is a Scorpio on here. We have the Eight of Pentacles beyond that and the Seven of Cups reversed. Eight of Pentacles and Seven of Cups beyond that. We have peacock feathers here. It's a very interesting deck. It definitely is kind of dreamy, like a whimsical type of deck. But the devil is major arcana. And it's Capricorn. All right. Some of you may have Capricorn in your chart. You definitely share Saturn, okay? Aquarius and Capricorn share Saturn as ruling planet, but Aquarius also has Uranus. Give me a card for that Sorcerer. What I'm hearing is curiosity. Curiosity here. Maybe there's something you're curious about. You're curious about learning. Maybe even something that's just sort of taboo to you. Past lives. Past lives. We have the Moon and we have the Sorcerer. Now the Moon does talk about illusions and dreams, and I am using a dream deck. But this can also talk about, you might be drawn to other cultures that might seem very unfamiliar to you, and you might have past lives there. Like I talk about my past life in Egypt as an Egyptian. I have a strong interest in the pyramids. Maybe there's something you have a strong interest in, but you're just a completely different culture or race in this life, but you just have this you have a tie to someplace else. And maybe you're curious to go there, curious to know. And, when I said with this card about releasing control for the first part, and for the second part about maybe allowing others to step in, that would be, let's say you want to travel somewhere, but you've never been there. You don't want to go alone. There are tours, guides, tour trips to places where you're not alone. You go in sort of a group. You explore a new place, a new culture, but you're not alone. You just sort of pay your fee and you go. It's like a retreat. That might be for somebody out here. Tell me about the Spirit of Swords. And some of you with morality and the Spirit of Swords, some of you might feel held back. Held back by tradition or beliefs. Something that you believe or was raised to believe, or something may be holding you back. Because we do have isolation on the bottom. And this isolation, this person is literally in tears. Then we have the Lovers in the reverse. And for this would remind me of someone who could not marry out of their culture or their race, because it would be just highly frowned upon. Or someone who can't explore something they want to do because it would be highly frowned upon. Sort of like me and tarot. It was sort of highly frowned upon for me to do tarot. Maybe there's something you want to explore or do, and it might be frowned upon. Three of Swords. So in this Three of Swords, it's interesting. It did come out in reverse, so I like that. But this is about breaking the chains that bind. There's literally a chain that was tying this person down to one place, and it was painful. And we do have water here. Now in reverse, it would definitely be speaking of breaking that chain, the chains that bind. And it would definitely talk about a concept, a belief, a structure that is not serving a purpose in your life. Not a good one anyway. Because it would be a structure that was keeping you chained, controlled, constricted. Tell me about the past here. Four of Wands. You know, this is the bottom of the deck, but when I hold this card, I feel like just go where you're guided. Because whether you look like these people or not, you're going to be amongst your tribe. Other people are going to be guided and end up in some of these same places that you're guided to go. And they're your tribe of people. Some of you may even move to some of these places that are so foreign and different to you. Nine of Swords, but there's a lot of thought. A lot of thought here. I almost feel like some people are pulled to do something, and it could even be if there's someone who is being pulled towards you, but I feel that some people could be pulled in a direction, but almost feel guilty about going in that direction just because of so much conditioning. Well, why would you want to go there? That's not who we are. That's not our culture. But you feel a pull. You feel a pull to something new and something different. But there could be a fear about going. There could be fear of judgment. There could be fear of being alone. But look, all these people, like I feel like, you know, for some of you who want to travel and you're afraid, like a tour group, like try it out first there. Other people like you are guided to go there. Some of you could be grid keepers, literally just feel a call or pulling to go to this certain place. Nine of Swords. A lot of thought about it here. Now we have the Some of you just want something different here in your life. You just feel like your life is too ordinary. We got the ordinary card. Some of you are like, is this it? Is this it? I do this day in and day out. I do this time and time again. It's always the same thing. Nothing ever changes. You might be feeling a draw or a pulling to do something different. Just as completely wild and crazy from your normal status of what you do. Just feel like doing it. But there's some worry with that. Because it might be very literally foreign to you, to your nature, to do such a thing. It landed here, so what do you want to... What do you want to add to this? Destruction. Guide. Literally, you might be being guided to a place. Being guided to go somewhere. Maybe some of these places... and you don't have to be leaving your soil, okay? You don't have to literally be leaving your country, but maybe some of these places are dangerous. You feel that they're dangerous places to go to because we have destruction. We have deception here. That can also talk about being afraid to leave the comfort zone. There might be something you see going on in the world and you just feel a pull to go there. It's like paying attention to the signs. It's like sometimes we can be asleep until that time comes when we are called and pulled to do something. Then we sort of awaken. It's like, okay, we come online. You know, we weren't meant to do this any other time, but now is the time. And if you're a grid keeper, you might be drawn to go to some of these dangerous places to bring peace. To bring peace. You might be a peacekeeper. What crowns this? Six of Cups. You have a past, you know, this talks about past lives. And this talks about past lives. If you are literally drawn to go somewhere, but you're afraid, for whatever reason, you're alone. I feel there's also another person on the planet that you may connect with or meet at this place. And you feel like, you know, because literally we have someone mirroring here. We have past lives, and it's the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups does literally talk about past lives. It can. And I feel that you and another person is being drawn to a place, a country, a spot. Like I said, even if you're not leaving your soil, I feel that you and another person are drawn to a certain specific place. And you might just find each other there. You might just find each other there. Give me a card for that. Yeah, it's a choice. There's something that you're thinking about doing and you're just not sure. You're not sure if you should do it. Like it goes against all normal reasoning and normal thinking. Like it's just kind of out there. Like you might even be questioning why. Why do I want to go here? Why am I pulled here? Why am I feeling a push to like get on a plane and go here? Why am I feeling an urge to get in my car and drive here? Why, you pay attention to the signs. You're going to be urged to go somewhere. And like I said, it doesn't literally have to be leaving your country, but for some of you it will. For some of you, you're just going to feel the urge to just go in a direction, and it's pay attention to the signs. It's for a purpose here. Some of you are literally going to run into another person that you have a past life with in that place. And I feel, I can't show this card, there's nudity, but it's an Ace of Wands, but 7 of Wands. For some of you, this is like, it's a building. It's a building of importance. It could represent some sort of, mass or church because of the temples, the steeples at top. But it's not necessarily related to religion. But there might be a place you're resisting to go, you feel guided to go, or this person to you, remember. Because two people are going to meet up. You're going to meet somebody from your soul tribe here, and they're also being guided to that spot. So pay attention to the signs, because right under that we have the dream protector, and that is the Emperor. And in this, the Emperor is noticing the waves of the ocean. Now, we normally don't see ocean with the Emperor. We normally see water with the King of Cups, but this Emperor has the waves. And if they're literally looking at a place, or they might have dreamt about a place. You might have dreamt about a place. But there is where a brand new beginning is waiting. Ace of Wands. It's all a matter of going there. And interesting, behind that is we have the Wise Fox, which is the Death card. It might literally be on a time where you're drawn to go do something. Like where I live, we have Day of the Dead, or it's a culture where they celebrate the dead. It happens right after Halloween, and it's not meant to be spooky or anything. It's meant to celebrate the dead, but it literally talks about doing something. And this Devil card could also talk about that, because the devil can be associated with sometimes with Halloween and costumes, or the Day of the Dead, the dead stuff. But if you feel guided to go towards something, but it has you questioning yourself, either your morality, like, no, this isn't good, this isn't right, it goes against your upbringing and all of your beliefs, you might literally go there and meet your person. They could be from that culture. What's the future? Just pay attention to the signs. This is a general reading, so it's not for everybody. And it's the Chariot, so it is coming up here soon. And this sort of reminds you of the eclipse. So the eclipse that we're having this month, solar, lunar, there might be an ushering to go somewhere. Five of Wands. This is literally, now this is a trip across the water. This is also, the Five of Wands can be in traffic. You might literally be guided to go someplace. And this card, even though it's not, this card looks like 2 moons. And this month, like I said, we have 2 eclipses. We already had one. And it might be between this eclipse we just had and the next one that you're guided to go somewhere. And some of you, you might be guided to go somewhere to teach or learn something, because literally there's one person here who's catching a fish, which we know the old saying, you know, teach a man to give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, and he eats a lifetime. And there's someone here that is observing. So you could literally be going or called to do something between these two eclipses that have something to do with either teaching someone or learning something. And if you're guided to travel there, it doesn't matter where it is in the world, you may literally run into somebody from a past life, someone you're destined to run into. Give me a card for that. What do you even call this reading? Destiny here. Pay attention to the signs so you can run into your destiny. We have sorrow in the reverse. That is the 9 of Swords in the reverse. Where up here we had the 9 of Swords in the upright. I feel that once you do this, you're going to feel a sign of relief. You're going to feel like, oh, this is why I had to come here. Literally, because you are either the master or learning from the master. This is literally something here. This is really worrying and thinking about, should I do this? Should I do this? I feel like I should do this. I've dreamt about it. I feel I should do this. But it goes against my beliefs, or it goes against what, you know, like I'm afraid. In some cases, it could literally be a dangerous place, or you feel that it might be dangerous for you, or you might be deceiving someone you know, or your culture, or your belief. But afterwards, after doing this, you're going to realize why. Because you either learned something or you taught something. You're going to understand why this happened. And it is literally something that the eclipse is moving forward here faster into your life. And this 9 of Wands is saying, try something new. And you know, it's interesting because once you've mastered something in your life, you will be giving something new to master. Once you've learned all that you can learn in one area of your life, you will sort of be ushered to learn something new. Then you can teach what you've already mastered and go on to learn something different. What's the self position? Eight of Swords reverse. Just release, let go. Just let go. Again, there's a book here, like both, you know, 8 of Swords and 9 of Swords. Each person has a book. In the release, it literally could be releasing this information, you know. Even those webinars, those seminars, those big Zoom things where people gather, it's a master class. Some of you might be attending a master class, or some of you might be giving a master class. And it might be in an area or subject, especially if you're learning. It might be an area or subject that you're not comfortable with, but you're drawn to it. And literally, we have totality. I'm being guided here. We have 2 individuals here who are destined to meet. 2 highly evolved spiritual individuals right here. Almost energetically trying to reach each other. But there's another energy over here that's just holding on, won't let this energy go. That's why this card talked about blockages. Talked about things that could be blocking you. Literally, it could be a person blocking you. It could be a person who is trying to control you, because that's what that card talked about. Control. And it's saying release the control, or release the controlling person. So if you want to go somewhere, you want to do something, but somebody's telling you, no, that's not your path. No, there's better ways to spend your time. You don't need to go do that. That's someone trying to control you. But if you want to do it, no matter if it's a master class or literally traveling, who should ever stop you? Unconditional love doesn't stop. Unconditional love supports. So whatever situation or person is trying to hold you back from something you want to do, it's not a person in your highest interest. And these also may be signs that have to be paying, give much attention to. Give me a card for the environment. This is the Lord of Wands. The Lord of Wands and the Ace of Cups. This Lord of Wands is literally a very big blockage. It's a big old elephant there. And there's a snake under there. It's like this elephant, like if this elephant lands on me, I can't go anywhere. And this snake is literally trying to figure out a way to get around the elephant. But it's in the reverse, and it's basically saying get around it, because you're going to meet that person. Ace of Cups. You're going to meet somebody by attending a place, going somewhere. And on the bottom, it's travel. Some of you, it's literally going to be traveling. But it doesn't matter. It's ultimately either traveling outside of your house or connecting with somebody who's at a distance on the internet. But you're learning something, it looks like. You're either learning or teaching. It's like a seminar. If it's online, it's like one of those master classes or seminar. But it'd be something that you're interested in. You have a pull to it, but it's not necessarily something that your normal environment or that you're raised in or part of your culture. It would be something different. What's the hope and the fear? Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, nobody does anything. So this would be something you would feel a very strong pull to do. And literally, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. It leads you out of a depressing situation, because literally there is another person out there just like you who's in the same situation. This is a person you've had a past life with. This is running into somebody here at this event, this place, and it's divinely guided. I mean, look at this. And we have a dove here and we have fish here. So it's going to literally, if you don't do this and you're guided, this is a general reading, but you would be strongly guided to do something, and to ignore that impulse means you could miss that person. And there is a person here. Could be a fire sign, but there is a person here that's like this heavy blockage, like this elephant. And this snake has a desire to do something so much, but this is the blockage, doesn't want to let it happen. But in the reverse, it's like saying, find a way to do it. Find a way to do it, because you're going to run into a person from your past life, a person from your soul tribe. Give me a card for that hope and that fear. And I would imagine they're very different from you. We have compromise. It came out reversed, but these look like twins. And we have the Empress here. If you're in Empress energy or Empress mode, you're going to be attracting a lot to you. You're just going to be attracting what's meant for you. What you touch is just like it kind of turns to gold. Like everything sort of flourishes around you. You're in that loving vibration. And for some of you, you might be meeting your divine counterpart for the first time. The very first time. So it would be important not to throw that urge to the side. Definitely go with it. What's the outcome looking like here for Aquarius? What's the outcome looking like here? Ace of Pentacles. A new beginning. A new opportunity. By doing this, Two of Wands reversed, by making this decision, and literally there's like, this person is sort of just, you know, thinking which direction to go. But when I saw this sort of like horseshoe shape, it reminded me of like a magnet, like in this, like you're feeling pulled. This is going to resonate if you're feeling pulled or guided to literally go in a certain direction. Some sort of place, could be some sort of spiritual mastering of something. It doesn't have to be spiritual, but it's like, it seems like it has a lot to do with teaching and learning. Ace of Pentacles. There's a brand new opportunity. And I feel there's acceptance. I feel you'll be accepted amongst a community that you're not familiar with. A culture you're not familiar with. And you're going to run into this soulmate from a past life. And for some of you, it will be meeting your divine counterpart for the very first time. Two of Pentacles reverse. I just heard with Two of Pentacles reverse, don't drop the ball on this. That's literally what I heard. Don't drop the ball on this. Give me another card for that. We have Chariot in reverse, and it landed on Two of Swords. Literally, this would be a decision you're just going to be having a tough time making this decision. Should I do this? Thinking about it before you go to bed. Thinking about it. Like you would spend a lot of time thinking about it. Like this is a decision. Because it's not doing something that you normally do. You don't normally, it's not part of your normal thing. But you're feeling a pull. It's saying if that's what you're having a hard time deciding, whatever that is you're having a hard time deciding on, it's saying there's something there. Okay, go with it, because don't drop the ball on this. You're going to meet a person who is from the past life, and it could literally be your divine counterpart for the first time. For the first time. What else can I show Aquarius? What else can I show Aquarius? Anything else? All right. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Okay. This landed on past lives. In need of help, assistance, and guidance. This is pay attention to the signs. This is talking about guidance. Goals. This would be a life goal, a goal that you set up before you came into this life, when you made your spiritual contract with the elders on the other side. This would be your goals, things that you wanted to do in this life. Pay attention to the sign. The guidance is going to be the signs. The guidance is going to be, you're going to feel a strong pull or a strong urge, and it kind of steps outside of your comfort zone. Someone is leaving your life. Well, this is the lunar eclipse eclipses people and closes doors. So whatever doors need to close in your life, but it's because a new door is going to open here. And it seems like with this past life person. Bread, a period of prosperity and abundance. So this is going to be very prosperous. Prosperity is happiness. Yoke, feeling tied down or frustrated. Well, that's the very first thing with the Devil card. This elephant is tying you down. The devil is tying you down. Just don't drop the ball on this. Find a way around it. It doesn't matter what you got to do, but find a way around it, because what's waiting for you is really your soul tribe, maybe even your divine counterpart. Good news. So you might even hear about this. You know, sometimes you make you know, on the other side, you made a contract with your friends and you've told them, look, invite me to this place or something like that, but it's good news. And you will be shown the way. This is pay attention to the signs. Open up your eyes. That song by Ace of Base, that's what it says. I saw the signs. Open up your eyes. I'm going to close out with angel cards. Some of you are definitely meeting your divine counterpart for the very, very first time. And some of you are going to meet a very high-level soulmate, someone you've shared past lives with. And like I said, it's going to probably require you stepping out of your comfort zone. It's so different than you. It says, Archangel Gabriel, you have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you. Don't let a person, or definitely fear of being alone or whatever this is that you're being guided to do, go with it. It's beyond you, okay? This guidance is from heaven above. It's from your ancestors. It's from grandma. It's, you know, go with this guidance. You're not crazy. What do you want Aquarius to see? So we have wait. This might be wait for the right time, because this person is holding a sword, and that sword speaks about clarity. Okay? Clarity. And if you believe, and I'm hearing that song, if you believe in magic, if you believe. Choose a new direction. So like I say, this new direction it's sort of outside of your comfort zone. There is an energy that's holding you back and holding you down. Whether it's a person, place, or thing, or your own fear. Because this card did say you could also be in your own way. Something is in your way though, whether it's you or another person or situation. It's time to go into a new direction, because you're about ready to meet a very divine individual. And yes, do it. Just do it. So anyway, I hope that this reading helps you guys. Okay, it's not a return of an old love, and it seems like it's going to be someone who you could meet here romantically, who you've had past lives with. So I would definitely not drop the ball on this one, especially if you're feeling the strong pull and strong urge to do that. All right, you guys, I love you. I'll see you in the next reading, and namaste, my friends.